In this video, we will go through a few more training levels, then talk about some more settings. Let's go through training level 4. We've already covered carrying items by holding fire. Now let's go through tossing items. When you let go of fire, you drop the item you're carrying. The item will initially be moving at the same speed and direction as the player. If you hold a direction control when you let go, the item will get an extra boost in that direction. To toss an item really high, jump, then release the item while holding up. This is a good place to zoom out a bit so you can see what's up there. This is what happens when you toss up while standing still. This is what happens when you toss up at the top of your jump. This is what happens when you toss up earlier in your jump. Still not quite high enough. Let's try tossing as soon as we can in our jump. There we go. What is happening is the item gains the momentum of the player. The player is moving upwards fastest at the start of the jump. Practice your tossing skills here. You can't move the spring through the bottom gap. An invisible field will destroy it. Also, if you try to jump through the upper gap, you will die. The only solution is to toss the spring through the upper gap. Then, you can use it to jump to the next area. Now we come to a really fun item to toss: bombs. Time your toss so that the bomb explodes near the bricks and destroys them.
Bonus.
This type of bomb is called a sticky bomb. It has spikes that attach to blocks. This type of bomb does not have a fuse. Instead, it has a remote detonator. Put the bomb where you want it, then press down to detonate.
Bonus.
This is a rocket. You don't carry it, it carries you. Hold on by holding fire. Steer with left and right.
Bonus.
There's one more technique I want to cover. It involves tossing springs. Let's head over to training level 5 to demonstrate. In these examples, we need to jump higher than the spring will take us. One way you can do this is to toss a spring upwards, then jump on it while it's falling.
Bonus.
Another way is to take the spring with you when you jump. If you are holding fire when you bounce on a spring, you will carry the spring with you. The most advanced method is to chain your jumps on a single spring. First, jump and take the spring with you. Before you get to the top of your jump, toss the spring down, then you should be able to jump on it again. If you do not toss the spring down by holding down when letting go of it, you will not be able to jump on it again. This is a bit tricky to master, but is a very useful move. You can chain this jump multiple times. Now let's look at the help screens. There are over 50 sections. Use the arrow keys or the mouse scroll wheel to move up and down. Scroll by sections with page up and page down. There's a table of contents at the start. Jump to any section by typing the 2-digit section number. Exit the help screens with Escape or the right mouse button. Now let's look at some more settings. On the Main tab, we've already covered Story Mode and Classic Mode before. For a quick explanation, click the Help button. You can change the player color and the name of the game here. Sound controls have been covered. They're pretty self-explanatory. The splash screen will show every time you start the program if this box is checked. You can view it by pressing Show Now. As always, any key press or mouse button will cancel it. Show bottom message display. The messages that scroll up from the bottom of the screen when something happens in the game. You can disable it here or configure it by clicking the Settings button. This toggle disables the entire bottom message display. This button resets everything to the defaults. This red section is the line configuration. How many lines are shown, the initial opacity and final opacity, the initial scale and final scale. Click here to reset to defaults. This green section is the text or icon configuration. Here you can configure whether text, icons, or both are shown. The min and max buttons set default condensed or expanded settings. You can revert to the default settings with this button. This yellow section gives you fine control over which game events will show a message. I'm just going to set everything back to the defaults. Now back to the Main tab. Autoplay demo when idle. If enabled, when the game is first started, a demo timer on the menu counts down as long as no key is pressed. If the timer reaches 0, a random demo level will play. You can press any key to cancel the demo. Anytime you want to see a demo, you can choose this menu option. You can also press N while the demo is playing to load a different random demo. Now back to settings. Let's look at the Transitions tab. When changing levels, there's a nice cosmetic zoom in and out. The speed of that is set here. Let's go through the different options and see what they look like. Now let's take a deeper look at the Demo tab. The Play Random Demo Game button is the same as the one on the main menu. The Choose File and Run Saved Game button will prompt for a demo file, then run it. I have recorded demos for every level in the game. They're in the Demo folder. There is also another folder with multiplayer tool-assisted speedruns. They are fun to watch. When a demo is playing, you can still zoom in and out with F5 and F6 and use F12 to toggle full screen. If the demo has more than one player, you can switch the point of view by pressing 0 to 7 for the player number. You can easily record your own demos. Check the boxes Auto Save on Level Done and Auto Save on Level Quit. Now let's play a level. After completing or quitting the level, let's look in the Save Game folder. There is the level you just played. Let's play it back. In a later video, I will demonstrate my Tool-Assisted Speedrun, or TAS tools. I'm going to finish this video with a multiplayer TAS of level 11. 8 players, 52 seconds.